Hey everyone, welcome to this demonstration of Signature Development Utility 2.0. And if you don't know what Signature Development Utility 1.0 was, it was the PRONOM Signature Development Utility for creating file format signatures for PRONOM for Droid, or indeed Siegfried. So I've created this new domain, ffdev.info. And I've improved a couple of things. First of all, I wanted to improve the user interface for the Signature Development Utility. I wanted to add container signatures, which I think has been a big gap, and it's something I've wanted to attack for a while. So we've got those now. There's a little bit of information about how to install signatures, a little bit of information about syntax, and a little bit of an about page with some useful links here as well. So what else have we done? The code has been up on GitHub for forever, but I have converted it to a 2.0 version of the code. It's largely using Golang as its backend now, and it uses the skeleton web framework. The code in the main repository is kind of my ideal version of the code. I've had to actually create a bit of a workaround for the standard signatures, where I thought the Droid syntax for standard signatures had been upgraded to match that of the container signatures, but that doesn't seem to have happened yet. I've sent David an email, but so hopefully there'll be some communication from TNA at some point, and it'll be great to see the roadmap there as well. But for now, what I've done is I've bootstrapped the PHP code for 1.0 into the current utility, almost verbatim, pretty much. I just use the entry point in a slightly different way, so that standard signatures are developed exactly the same way as they were previously, and container signatures are our biggest change. There's a pull request that describes some of this here, and that's linked to an issue. And if you look at the branch, there's a little bit of information about how to install this locally if you want to do that using both Go and PHP. The PHP code is in here, and then a lot of the Golang stuff is in this new package here. And what else? Yes, for standard signatures, you can see that we have metadata for your signature if you're creating a new signature, and you can input new sequences. If you're demonstrating this utility to anyone, then these patterns match that of, I think, PDF 1.4. And so if you have a PDF 1.4 lying around and you create a signature like so, you will be able to install it in and match your PDF 1.4s. And you can see here, there's the old style syntax using these shift sequences, which is kind of clunky, but it is what it is. If you're creating container signatures, then you click on this little checkbox, and all you get here is your metadata for your new signature. Now, it's important to remember that if you're creating a container signature, the PUID must exist in the standard signature file and in the container signature file. So if you're creating a container signature for something that already exists, everything's cool. You can leave it as is. All you need to do is focus on this tab here. But if you're creating a container signature for something new and novel, you might want to create some metadata here and create a signature file from here, and let's have a look at what that looks like. So first question you might have is, why is my signature file full of information that looks like signatures? Well, these are the signature pattern. These are the byte sequences needed to match OLE2, Microsoft Office XML, or zip, plus the metadata that you're going to need to match your file format. You'll see here as well that this is the kind of ideal view of the byte sequence world that I'm hoping for at some point, where signatures aren't encumbered by these additional sort of patterns here, and you can just encode them using plain hex or PRONOM syntax in the signature file like this. Anyway, so now you've got a standard signature file, you might want to create a container signature. First of all, you have a description, which is really just metadata for the the container signature itself. It doesn't actually really do much. Then you can choose your container type, your linking PUID. So if you have dev1 here, you might want to have dev1 here. Otherwise, if you're creating something that already exists in PRONOM, fmt blah, 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 you will want to have fmt da, da, da in here. Plus, you can define your paths. As well as paths, you can add sequences. So, and you can remove them as you need as well. You can have up to 3 paths right now. Someone might choose to enhance the utility by adding 5. I think that'll be quite easy actually, but I happen to have left it at 3 for now. And for each of those paths, you can have sequences. You do have to declare the sequences in some logical order, but if you make a mistake, you can go back to the beginning, delete your paths, add a sequence, and you can ACDC. You can put in a path like that, a sequence like that, and you get a new path. You can skip a sequence for that, and then you can put in a new path and add sequences up to 3 for that. And then you can put some byte sequences in there. And then you can create a signature. Let's have a look at what that looks like. So you can see here we have one file that has our byte sequence associated with it. We have a second file that we're expecting to find, but there's no byte sequence associated with it. And we have a third file that we're expecting to find, and we have 3 byte sequences associated with it. Then you have the linking information that links the signature back to the original, the standard signature file or the PRONOM signature file, depending on what you're creating and how, plus the linking, the trigger PUIDs that allows the zip OLE2 connection to be made in Droid. The signatures will of course work with Siegfried using the Roy tool, and there's a little, and as I said, there's a little bit of information about how to install these here. Anyway, I can't make it to PRONOM Research Week. This is my contribution. Unfortunately, I'll be away for the week, or 2 weeks, and I wanted to be here this time around, but I can't. So I prepared this beforehand over the last half month. I hope everyone enjoys using it, has a lot of fun using it, and good luck to David and Liz, and good luck to everyone participating in PRONOM Research Week. I'm sure there'll be a lot of great stuff, and I can't wait to hear more about it when I'm back. Please leave your feedback about the utility. Use the GitHub issues repo. I'm going to write a blog about this, so there'll be some more information. And otherwise, catch you in a bit.